Hello, my YouTube family. How are you doing? This is Dr. Lee, and I'm back again with another one of my videos from Credentia. Some people call it Pearson View, but it's Credentia. Okay, so today we want to be talking about measure and record urinary output from the book. And this is skill number 13, measure and record urinary output. Now, when you measure and record urinary output, somewhere in that testing area, there will be urine in a bedpan already and a measurement container close by. We call it a hat. And that the urine that's in the bedpan, the hat, and a pair of gloves are going to be your supplies. So I'm going to demonstrate this skill. I may have to move the camera around a little bit so you can see the numbers and everything, and then we'll come back and talk about this skill. So I don't really have to go out and knock on the door because I'm not doing anything with the patient. I'm not having patient contact. It's like I'm already outside of the patient area. Okay, so what I want to do, once the evaluator tell me this is my skill, I'm going to look around somewhere in that testing area for the bedpan with the urine in it, my measurement container, which is normally a hat, and get you a pair of gloves. Okay, so I see over here on a table they have bedpan, and I have a hat with some measurement numbers in it. It will be ounces and cc's. I want to make sure I'm reading on the cc side. Okay, and I got my pair of gloves. So the first thing I'm going to do is put on my pair of gloves before I start handling the bedpan, because the bedpan has waste products in it. So I'm going to put on my gloves because I saw it over here on the table. I'm going to pour the contents of the bedpan into my measurement container without spilling. Okay? Once that I've gotten it all out, I can go put this over by the sink because I'm going to have to rinse that bedpan out. Now I'm going to kind of bring the camera around so you can kind of see how much urine is in this hat. I'm going to say it's right at about 400. So I'm not quite sure what you're seeing, but you should see right at about 400. Okay? But I can't just look down into it. The state says I need to make sure that this is on a flat surface. So I can bring this up. And I need to look at that measurement, how much is in that container, at eye level. So I'm going to kind of stoop down and look at it. I'm not going to peep over it. I have to kind of stoop down and look at it so that I'm looking at eye level. Once I get that number in my head, and I'm going to say 400, now I can take this urine and I want to empty it into the toilet. Okay, so I have a toilet. Right, and pull it back a little bit. Trying to get it so you can see the toilet. It's like a bedside commode. This is going to be my toilet. It's like a bedside commode toilet. Hopefully you can see that. That's my toilet. Okay. So I'm going to take the urine. I already said it's 400. I'm going to pour it into the toilet. Now I need to rinse this out. Pour the rinse water in the toilet. And also for the bedpan, I need to rinse the bedpan out and pour the rinse water in the toilet. So I have two things that I need to pour into the toilet. Okay. So I'm going to get rinse water for the hat. The rinse water goes into the toilet. Okay, now I can put the hat in the designated dirty supply area, which is right here. I'm going to rinse the bedpan out. Pour the rinse from the bedpan into the toilet. That would go into the designated dirty supply area. I go ahead on and dry the bedpan and the hat. And leave both of those in the designated dirty supply area. Once I've done that, I can take my gloves off and wash my hands. I wash my hands. Now I'm ready to document what my measurement was for measuring urinary output. And I've been saying 400, that's what I measured when I was looking at eye level after I poured it from the bedpan into the hat, into my measurement container, okay? So I'm going to come back over to where the evaluator is. I'm going to get my paper. I need to document in the candidate results. I'm going to put 400. The state does not care if you put mLs or cc's. You need to put the number. I'll know if you measured on ounces because you get like a double-digit number, like 12, 8, 10, something like that. Then I know you read on the ounces side. But if you read on the ml side or cc's, you're going to have a number in the hundreds. Okay, so I'm going to put 400. I give it to the evaluator. And remember, you must wash your hands before you document. Once I do that, I wash my hands and say I'm through with my skill. Okay, so let's talk about this. So measure and record urinary output, which is skill number 13. Number 1, put on clean gloves before handling bedpan. So the bedpan, the measurement container will be on a table somewhere in the testing room. Get your pair of gloves, put that on. Then you're gonna pick up the bedpan, and number 2, pour the contents of the bedpan into the measurement container without spilling or splashing urine on the outside of the container. Number 3, rinse bedpan and pours rinse into toilet. I just did that on the end, but as long as you do it, because it doesn't say rinse it before you get the measurements or something like that. You just have to do it before the end of the skill. So I did rinse the bedpan and I poured the rinse water in the toilet. Number 4, measure the amount of urine at eye level with the container on a flat surface. So I had the container on the table. I got down at eye level to look to see what it was and got my measurement. Then number 5, after measuring the urine, empty the contents of the measuring container into the toilet. So I poured the urine into the toilet. Number 6, I rinsed the measuring container and poured the rinse water in the toilet. Number 7, before recording output, removes gloves, dispose of gloves into waste container and wash my hands. So before I picked up the evaluator's pencil and that paper, I washed my hands, and then I put the 400 under the spot that says candidate results, gave it to the evaluator, and I was through. Now, if I want to pass this skill, I need to be within 25 cc's of whatever the evaluator gives, okay? So if you have any questions about measuring and record urinary output, let me know. I do want to say one other thing here about this container. So if you look up in here, you see 400 is kind of between 12 and 16. This is what I mean. If you read on the ounces side and you give me a number of 12, 13 instead of 400, I'll know that you read on the ounces side and not the cc side. The ounces is normally double digits. The cc's is normally triple digits. Okay, so the evaluator is going to know if you're reading on the wrong side. Okay. So I hope that helps you with this skill, measuring urinary output. If you have any questions whatsoever, put it in the comment section below. And again, please hit the like button and subscribe. I would definitely appreciate it. I'm so humbled by you even coming to my channel. I appreciate you. Good luck on your state exam. I hope these videos are helping you. And once again, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. So long.